for Miami.
It's kind of defense you want to have there, chasing guys off the line, but it's been that kind of half for the Heat to have Richardson knock down a pull-up jumper.
It's a 19-point lead for the Heat. Walker missed it, and he knew it right away. Rebound cleared by Whiteside. Under 2 minutes to play. Get into a set with Whiteside setting the screen for Dragic. Again, Zeller comes over. Kick out for Richardson. Drives in, misses on the banker. Rebound secured by Zeller. Williams asking for it against Wade. Williams on a turnaround short.
Really just a tough first half offensively. Nowhere near what it is that they did during the regular season in terms of ball movement and finding above the break three-point and catch and shoot opportunities.
In the set.
Steve Clifford at halftime reminds the Charlotte team about Miami playing Boston last Wednesday and that 26-point deficit.
That was a collapse by Miami where they put up 5 points in the third quarter. Lob it in. Green looks at the clock, gets the shot off. And it clanks off the rim, rebounded by Zeller. They lost that game to Boston, yet they still maintain the number 3 seed. Batum, backdoor. Lee throws it up over the backboard. He draws the foul.
There's a look at that Miami. I guess you could call it a bit of a meltdown in that last game.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, wanting to secure the third spot, having that huge lead, and you mentioned those 5 points in the third quarter, which was a franchise low.
But amidst all that, Miami maintained the 3 seed. Charlotte ended up with the 6 seed. Atlanta the 4 and Boston the 5. The news earlier today that Avery Bradley is not expected to be a part of the Celtics the rest of this playoff series against Atlanta. That's a big hit. Brad Stevens talking to the media about the hamstring issue that Bradley had in game 1.
Team's second leading scorer and obviously a tremendous perimeter defender. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Boston makes.
65-48. Miami had a 2-for-1, didn't go for it. Wade on a turnaround. Bottom.
Always playing at his pace. Dwayne Wade knocks down the mid-range jumper on the spin.
Wade has 12. Miami has matched its largest lead, 19. 5-second difference shot clock. The game clock. We're winding down in this first half in South Florida. Walker takes the opening for the pull-up jumper. He cans it. But Miami has 8 seconds to work with. Charlotte does have a foul to give. 5 seconds left. And Batum gives it with 5.1.
Good communication there from Steve Clifford. It's always tough to do that, Ian, as regular game action is going on, to alert your players to do that. Certainly on a free throw attempt, not a problem, but coming up the sideline, Steve Clifford telling Batum one to give, and he takes it just past half court.
Five seconds on the clock. Dang against Williams. Dang fires short. And that's how this first half will end. Miami shoots 59%. They put up 67 points and they lead Charlotte by 17 at the break. We'll send it to Atlanta. The American Express halftime report coming up. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal. Halftime of game 1. The Hornets and the Heat.
American Express halftime report. Down there in Miami, everything going the Heat's way. It is a 67-50 lead. There's Mary Ellen, one of the golden oldies down there.
And that's Shakita, my twin sister.
Yeah.
Only on Halloween.
A very
Thank goodness.
efficient and precise to kind of echo what Ian Eagle and Brent Berry were saying in the first half of that 67-50 lead, 59% shooting for the Heat, and they lead it by a bundle. Are you wearing your bracelet today?
I got my bracelet on tonight from my friend who I don't remember his name.
Have you seen?
That you met in the where did you meet him again?
Have you
in
seen
the steam room.
Have you seen Kenny? Kenny, you got one? Oh, look, we all have them.
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
Mine didn't come from a friend in the steam room though.
Mine did. Thank you, whatever your name is.
Okay, in the steam room.
but you know what? I like this,
hold on.
though.
If you're just saying, though, that joining us, what are they talking about? The other night we had this big discussion on
It wasn't
the
a
show.
discussion.
It was because Charles showed up with this, and we asked him where he got it, and it went like this anyway.
You know, I got this bracelet from a guy in the steam room back in Arizona.
You got what? Talk about.
Hey, Kenny, quit asking questions,
You
man.
got the bracelet from a
dude
guy
in
in the steam room. Explain, please.
Man, whatever your name is.
just say, hey, look,
You don't even know his name.
I don't know his name.
And then he gave you a bracelet in the steam room as he was rubbing oil on your
is
back.
so
You don't
empty.
even know his name. Oh man, the guy's rubbing oil on your back.
My daughter,
Whatever your name is.
My daughter Maggie saw that. She's a teacher up there in Flowery Branch, Georgia. And she said, all the kids have those things. I'll pick some up for you.
Thank you.
So that's why we're all wearing them. And
I appreciate that.
Man, look, stop taking gifts from men in steam rooms.
Hey, the guy was a very nice guy. I told him I liked the
I bet he was very nice.
guy.
Yeah, that he was.
Ernie,
we don't need any more explanation.
Ernie, you know what's
on that story.
interesting? You know, I told you, Coach Clifford is in the conversation with Coach of the Year with Terry Stotts out there in Portland. But this team, you can't come into the first game of the playoffs and give up 41 points in the first quarter of a game.
Yep.
I mean, forget the field goal percent. They're shooting 60%. But the first game of the playoffs, you can ask Kenny and Shaq, man, you're so excited. It's kind of like the first day of school. And you know if you're going on the road, you got to come out ready to play. You can't give up 41 points. Because the problem you got is no matter how well you play for the rest of the game, it's going to be tough to come back from this deficit.
We talked about Hassan Whiteside and how important he is in this series. What did you see in the first half?
You know, I saw good Hassan, I saw bad Hassan. Hassan needs to understand and realize this is the time you make a name for yourself. And this is all we need you to do. We're not going to call you a play, but when you get your opportunity, catch the ball right here, go up strong, almost throw it down like this right here, and right here. Defensive stopper, I need you to alter shots, block shots, change shots right here, use the verticality nice. Not a foul, he got in the chop, but this right here is stupid Whiteside. Don't want to reach. Don't want to reach on a guy like that. You can't do it. No, we need you in the game. Don't get silly fouls. And what he should do right here, when you play against a guy that has multiple moves, I think you should jam him up and try to make him go one way and meet him at the end of the shot. You know, the only time I had trouble was with Timmy Duncan and, of course, the great Akeem Olajuwon because they have multiple moves on the block. So, you know, Al Jefferson really doesn't have great lift, blew his knee out, just coming back. He should jam him up, make him go one way, and meet him at the top. But he needs to stop doing silly stuff.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, for me, I just thought at the beginning of the show, I said that they're going to have difficulty guarding Dwayne Wade, who had 15 points.
12.
Plus 15 on the floor and 12 points. So he was difficult for them to guard. And I thought it was going to be Joe Johnson, but it turned out to be Luol Deng. You know, that position, that 2-3 position for Charlotte is a difficult guard because of their personnel. And really, the three have played two at some point in their career. Joe Johnson has been a two guard at some point. Luol Deng has played the two position at some point in his career. So these guys are a little bit more versatile, and I think, with 18 points.
6 out of 7.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but
I thought that would be Joe Johnson. It turned out to be Luol Deng.
Yeah, but if you notice, this is the beauty of the NBA playoffs is the matchup. So going into the game, you can see that Charlotte says, we got to stop Joe Johnson. So Batum, who normally would be guarding Luol Deng, he's guarding Joe Johnson. So he's taking Johnson out the game pretty good because Batum is, to me, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. So he's done his job on Joe Johnson, and he's got 20 points. But now that opened up another. You know, Kenny always talk about certain guys make everybody fit in their place. they take away Joe Johnson, but that opens up Luol Deng.
Batum's 20, the only Hornet in double figures. Kemba Walker has 9 in the first half, but it's the Heat 67-50 after 24 minutes.
Nice bracelet, Chuck.
Welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. American Express, the official credit card of the NBA.
Turns out.
Platform? You just stay on the platform, just like drop bowling balls.
Oh, Shane. Ooh. Y'all seen that? Oh, here he goes. The nigga about to shake the dice on his ass. Here he goes.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
He never goes to that.
Time now for American Express teammates, and we bring you the highlights. LeBron and the Cavs, #1 seed in the East, taking on Stan Van Gundy's Pistons in the playoffs for the first time since '09 when they were swept by the Cavaliers. Good start for Detroit. In fact, when Andre Drummond scored, these guys were fighting the Cavs every inch of the way.
He played very well today. Stan Van Gundy's done a very good job as he got to Detroit, but them boys were balling today. And I tell you what, that young man, Mr. Drummond, this team here, they on the right path, man. They're not going to win this series. And then tell you what, Coach Van Gundy had a great game plan.
Oh, my gosh, that's too little.
No, but they never double LeBron. That's one of the reasons I thought they had a great game plan. That didn't open up all those three-point shooters.
Yeah, the game was tied at 88. You saw Love hit one of those threes. He hit 2 right then, and that really was beginning of the end as these teammates, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, each
I want to see
playoff
LeBron when we
career
come back.
highs.
I want to show a picture of LeBron when we come back.
Okay.